How you doing? Good evening. Good evening. How you doing? This is Saturday, the last Saturday of October 2020. Fall back. It's time to fall back. Can y'all believe it? We are in the last Saturday of 2020. We have 2 more months to go. Gear up because it's going to be the best. It is. Yeah, there may be some things that we have to be mindful of. Hi, there's some things that we may have to purposefully give some intention and some prayer toward, but it's all working together for our good. We are growing. We are. All right. So I'm glad you're here. And I told you guys on Saturday nights, it'll be a recap. That's what we're here to do. Want to know exactly how you're putting this stuff to use because it is working for me. And I come on here because I want to remind you every day that literally, so this is day 92. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. 92. Celebrating the win. Whatever you do, whenever you start putting energy toward it, and even if you don't see the full fruition, right? If you have an ideal that you haven't reached, but you're moving toward it, celebrate that win. Celebrate the win. Celebrate yourself. And it may not be validated by whomever, whatever, and that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Learn to celebrate your growth. Celebrate your maturity. Celebrate what you've learned. And then don't be afraid to share it. Hey, y'all. So we have been talking about, hey, Jennifer, so glad to see you. I pray your mom is doing well. Good to see you on here tonight. Let's recap. If you had an opportunity to watch, Jennifer, you may or may not have, and Dr. Raleigh, I see you over here. We have been talking about how to put practice together where we are able to break a habit. The question came up, like, how do I get ready? First and foremost is to check our habits. Really seeing what we put energy to, if it is profitable or if we have a leak in it and it's not giving us anything back. So making a habit, there are 3 R's. You guys remember what they are? Anybody in the room want to share? And if you don't, that's okay. Say, I don't know, but talk to me. Do you remember what the 3 R's are that you need to keep in mind as you are breaking and making a habit? Let's see, 5 seconds. They are reminder, routine, and reward. Keep that in mind. Anytime we have a habit, we have a reminder of it. There's a routine that we always do, and then there's a reward. There is a reward, yes. Now, triggers, that is the first step. Come on, somebody's taking notes over here. So the way that we make a new habit is we remember that 3 steps. So anything we want to shift into change, even our mindset, there is a reminder, there is a routine, and there is a reward. What does that mean? I gave you an example. When I get nervous or overwhelmed, that's the best word I can use. When I was overwhelmed, I noticed that I would go directly to my favorite binge snack. I wasn't eating, but it was chocolate almonds. I don't know what yours is. Oh, honey, I don't know what yours was, but I noticed mine. And so I said, okay, my first reminder is the feeling of being overwhelmed. My routine is that I eat something that's not healthy, that gives me a sugar rush. That reward was the sugar, but then realizing it didn't last long. So got to shift. Jennifer, you may be leaking. Yeah, and I get it. But yes, together we agree we're going to make new habits. So step number 1, write this thing down. Identify your triggers. We see what's on top. Identify what's going down underneath. Second thing is make sure you define your why. Yes, define what it is, why, the substance of why you want to make the change, because it won't stick. It won't stick if it's something superficial. Get down to it. I want to be better. And then why? And then write that thing down. And the third thing was enlist a friend. Find somebody that you know is not going to agree with you. Hey, I am. It's not going to agree with you. They love you, and they know that on the journey of better, that there's going to have to be some reminders. And in love, because everybody can't take somebody hollering in their ear. I can't handle it. can't handle it. But whatever your need is, you may need someone just to say, hey, you made a promise to yourself. You said that, you said that, that when you get overwhelmed, you sleep, or that is your trigger. Remember, you said that you were going to walk for 15 minutes or stretch for 10 minutes. Or yoga, breath prayers, whatever. Remember, you said that you were going to do this. Make sure that you enlist them to remind you. But this is this next thing, because I don't know about y'all, but I'm guilty of all or nothing thinking. Y'all know what that is? That you start something and then you give yourself a mental idea of how long it's going to take for you to accomplish it. And then if you don't accomplish it in that period of time, or if things don't change within that period of time, there's some type of inner feeling or idea that you failed. I said I was going to do it and I didn't. I said I was going to lose 15 pounds and daggone it, I lost it, but it looks like I gained 12. I'm saying for real. This ain't a joke. This is what really happened. But all or nothing thinking is our enemy. Our inner me. You hear that? It's our inner me. Holding ourselves to this high standard of thinking that I only win if I accomplish it the first time. Practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. So like you said, Jennifer, small bites. Give yourself grace. It is so negative. You are right that all of nothing thinking is negative thinking. Show yourself grace. Show yourself grace. And the last step that I want to share with you is give it time. Yes, give it time. Self-compassion is so important, because I believe, just looking at who's in the room on tonight, that each of you are pouring yourself out. And you're pouring yourself out and you're encouraging. You are in the hospital helping. You are giving and making sure that people are safe as they travel. You are taking care of your family and your ill mom. But at the same time, how are you showing that same compassion for yourself? Oh gosh, it is so hard to eat from the same bowl of which we serve from. Is it hard, or does it just take time? We shift that and begin to say, I'm worthy, because that time is also included in self-care. And y'all know we've talked about that. Self-care is not selfish. I don't care what nobody says. Don't believe the lie. Self-care is necessary. If you're not mentally well, if you're not emotionally whole, oh my gosh, even though some of those things can be a process, who are we good for? Who are we good for? All right. So I encourage you, please, such a time as this, over the next couple of days, you guys, we know that I can feel the energy. I don't know about you, but just shifting. Things are shifting. People are tensing up, and anxiety of not knowing what's to come. And I think it's not just the election, it's a culmination of so much stuff that we're all juggling. But we have the ability, and here are some tools where you can change the way you think, that will change the way you feel, that will change the way you love. And what that will actually do is also change the way that you receive the reciprocal, right? It's literally like, and I know we talk about sometimes, I'm a woman and I love the word of God and being careful about energy and things, but truly, as a man thinketh, so is he. What we put out into the world is the law of attraction, is what we attract. What we put out there is what we attract. So remember, accountability starts with me, and we can do it. Thank you for being accountable. Thank you for being here and being my accountability partners. You guys, I cannot tell you how appreciative I am. This is day number 92. I cannot believe it. Day number 92. And yeah. So, any questions? That's what we want to do tonight, because as we go through the week and we talk about different things, are there any questions? Do you have any examples? Anything that hello, hi, Tansy. Anything? Whoa, yes, JG. Hold on, we jangle. 92. You guys, I'm so excited. But yeah, any questions or anything that you have done that you can share with our group of what you've been able to apply and that you've seen a success or you've seen a shift. As I told you, I can tell you that 92 days ago, I never thought, I didn't, that this is a new habit for me. And putting it into motion I'm going to use the word, it was frightening. It was frightening to put, you're so awesome. It was frightening to commit. That's it. To saying, you know what? I'm going to show up in whatever it is. I'm going to talk about being authentic, to being transparent, literally to prayerfully, so you'll see my heart and that you'll also see the change, and to be okay with that. And then whatever comes back from it. But the key is just starting. I got to take the word just out. I said that. It's starting. Like you said, Jennifer, small bites. Take small bites. Whatever it is, if it's relationship, if it's weight, if it's writing a grant, if it's from, making sure that I keep my communication with my husband, if it's self-care, take the step. You deserve it. You deserve it. And you are already enough. So take a little bit of time to affirm yourself. Dang. I needed to hear that. Take a little bit of time. So I know the people that are in here right now, and some of you I know personally. So from Instagram and then Facebook and hey on YouTube. And each of you are pouring out in your own way. And you are leading others. You are caring for others. And some of you are on the front line every day. Please don't forget about you. If nobody tells you on a day-to-day basis, look at yourself in the mirror just like this and say, I'm enough. And I have everything that I need for me, for my family, for my neighbors, and for my community. You do. Small bites. If that's a smile, if it's a wave, acknowledging someone, if it's praying, there is something within you. God, y'all, I felt a shift, but there is something within you that if you yield it and you make a small tweak, a small habit change, that it will change the trajectory of your life. How do I know? This is day 92. And I never thought that showing up, that there would actually be something to share with you every day. And as I was sharing with my friend who is here, every day, the Lord promised he would have something, and every day he has. Believe that. Every day that you wake up, that he's going to equip you to do the next thing. All right. We are enough. It says that's the hardest thing most times is to put, it is hard to put ourselves first. Because we have been, I don't know about you, because I believe that for so long that, if I put myself first and in some way, I'm being selfish. But Jennifer Gardner that's here, we were talking and said, hey, you do realize that even at the airport, Ayana, if you're still here, she can attest to this. The first thing that we do when we travel, whether it's by boat or by air, what's the first thing they tell us to do? What's the first thing? Somebody, y'all know. When we're traveling on an airplane, when we're traveling on a cruise or on a boat, what's the first thing they tell us to do? Okay, they say, well, in the event that this plane goes down or we're in an emergency, please, if you're traveling with someone else or a small child, first thing that you do is to put the oxygen onto yourself first. Thank you, JG, all day. So they know if I'm passing out because I can't breathe, I can't function. How the ham sandwich? That's what I said. I said what I said. How am I going to help or save anybody else? How? If I don't do my own work, if I just keep suppressing that and saying, oh, I got to keep going. Let me keep moving. It's okay. Oh, gosh, I'm tired. Oh, I feel anxiety. Oh, my gosh. I feel I've got headaches. I've got all this stuff, but I got to keep going because somebody needs me. Who told you that? Who told you that if you didn't fill the gap that nobody else would? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Who told you that? I've heard it all my life. And I had to go back and say, just because that's what somebody else did doesn't mean that I had to believe the same thing. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I can't just separate myself and not be available for anybody. No, that's not what I'm saying. Please, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I just isolate myself and I don't open myself up for community or for friendships or for relationships or charitable things. Not saying that. But I got to look at, like you said, Rhonda, I got to look at my finances, my emotional tank. How am I doing physically? All of that stuff before I just start pouring. And then again, go back. What is my reminder? Like, why am I really doing it? What is my routine? And then what really is the reward? So how do I identify those triggers? Focus on why I'm doing it and how is that habit that I continue to find myself empty or not? How is it serving me? Who is a friend that I can say, hey, this is kind of where my struggle is. Can you help me be more accountable to my truth? And get rid of that all or nothing. It's not like, well, if I can't give you 100%, can't give you nothing. No, don't do that. And then give yourself time. Yeah. Y'all, oh gosh. I cannot, I feel it. And I can't tell you how that is shifting my life. I mean, it is really shifting my life because sometimes we believe, I'm not going to use the F word, the feel word. Sometimes we believe that if we don't say yes to everything, then possibly we won't receive a yes, but yeah, it's okay. Get rid of that other F word. You're not going to be alone, right? You're not going to be alone. You're not going to be alone because those same friends that you enlist don't understand all of that. We got this. Yeah, we got this. Yep. Why is this important? Identifying all of this stuff. Because if you can't tell anybody what you need and what you desire And then if you don't have an idea of how you're going to get there, you can't get mad if it doesn't happen, or if nobody comes to your rescue, or if you're not changing. That's why it's important. We can clearly communicate what's going on freely, with confidence, with enthusiasm, and even in humility. It's amazing how all that goes together. And in most of all, being very authentic and true to who we are. Yeah. Yep. Cool beans. You guys, figure out what you're going to do. It's 9:28. You get an extra hour. You get an extra hour. I mean, it just all came together for me. Listen, you get an extra hour right now. So in 2 hours and 30 minutes, you get an extra hour. So whomever needed you, I mean, however you spend this hour, spend it well. Whatever that looks like for you. Whatever it looks like. Put everybody else to bed on the regular time and spend your hour. Spend your hour. If that's sleeping, whatever it is, spend your hour. This is your gift. Yep. So you have 2.5 hours to figure out what you're going to do with it. Is that right? Yeah, 2.5 hours to go ahead and start planning for your gift. Thank you for being here. I'm Lake Moore. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. And may the joy of the Lord be your strength. When you get weak, when we get weak, may we remember that we're not alone, that we're not forgotten, that we are enough, that our prayers are heard, that we have all the resources that we need, that He will never leave us nor forsake us, that we are His beloved, literally that we are counted for, never overlooked. Yeah, believe it. I'm Lake Moore of More Capacity. Y'all, the stretch. It's necessary. Perfection for me, God, thank you, is no longer the measure. Excellence is what I expect. And I'm so grateful that I understand that maturity, giving myself a break, learning the lessons, and being okay with all of it, because it's all working together for maturity, because that is what's mandatory. God bless you guys. Spend your hour well. And Lord willing, right here. I'll see you tomorrow. Make tonight great. It's a gift. Bye.